The love of power or money or luxurious living are not the only things which are guided by popular thinking. We take our cue from people's thinking even in the way we feel pain.
Thinking, the talking of the soul with itself.
Have you ever felt crushed by society's ever-changing expectations? Those unrelenting urges to chase power, money, or luxury, only to realize they don't make you truly happy. Don't worry, you aren't alone. Let's dive deep into the life of Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who found his answer through the practice of Stoicism. Born in 121 AD, Marcus was surrounded by Rome's extravagant luxury. Yet, instead of letting it define him, he was drawn to the simplicity of Stoicism, a philosophy that taught him happiness lies in inner virtue, not material wealth. Imagine ruling the greatest empire of his time while striving to stay grounded and pursue personal growth. Marcus faced the same conflicts we do, as we navigate a world that continually bombards us with superficial desires. His quote, "The love of power or money or luxurious living are not the only things which are guided by popular thinking." We take our cue from people's thinking even in the way we feel pain, reminds us that we often mimic those around us, even in how we react to hardships. Now, picture yourself confronted with adversity. Your peers are crumbling under pressure or turning to shallow comforts. You can stand strong, just like Marcus, knowing that true contentment stems from within, not societal norms. Take a moment to think about situations in which you followed the masses. Recognize the opportunity to harness the wisdom of Stoicism and cultivate inner strength. Embrace the challenge to break free from the fleeting desires and seek a deeper sense of purpose. The power to choose your path is in your hands. Stand tall, channel your inner philosopher, and thrive. Connect with your inner Marcus Aurelius and let this wisdom guide you to a more fulfilling life. Are you ready to rise above conformity and create a foundation built on self-growth? The choice is yours. Have you ever paused, my friend, to ponder the echoes of the powerful conversations happening within you? This is where the adventure of personal transformation begins, deep within the caverns of your own soul. And it's here that the ancient philosopher Plato, born in Athens in 427 BCE, discovered a secret with the power to change lives beyond measure. Plato, a student of the legendary Socrates, walked through his share of storms in the search for wisdom. Just like you, he experienced both triumphs and losses, learning to embrace the truth within. On this enlightening journey, he uncovered a profound realization, thinking, the talking of the soul with itself. How incredible would it be for you, too, to unlock this insight, to unlock greater possibilities in your life? Picture yourself in Plato's shoes, navigating through the chaos of a world in flux, striving to make sense of it all. You've been there yourself, facing your own battles and seeking the light amidst the darkness. Now, imagine facing one of your life's greatest trials, the loss of a precious bond, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle, or a choice that could change your path forever. At this critical juncture, you can turn inward, tapping into the powerful dialogue of your soul. So, let this be the moment you answer the call to traverse the path of self-discovery forged by Plato, the call to ignite the soul's conversation with itself. Allow the lessons of this timeless philosopher to guide you in the journey of a lifetime. By embracing the art of thinking, you can journey towards boundless personal growth, enriched self-awareness, and a life of unimaginable possibilities. Rise, my friend, and commit to exploring the depths of your soul. Seize this day to awaken the voices of wisdom within, unleash the extraordinary potential that lies waiting in your heart, and embark on your own transformative odyssey of self-discovery.